philosophy, but more what the law says.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we are back from recess. It is 10:45. Ron Losser, request for mobile home tax forgiveness decision. So, do you want to, you can talk to us from there, we can keep it real casual, or you can come up to the table, whatever works
No.
for you.
This is good.
Okay, all right. We got a little bit of information from Doug,
Okay.
so we know kind of what's going on.
Okay.
Do you want to fill in any blanks with just a general
I mean,
overview?
I don't know how much you know, but it's basically, it's out there on a trailer court that has been pretty much abandoned. That the previous owner was under the assumption that she sold it, but there was never no paperwork done on it. And the person that supposedly bought it took a look at it and decided they didn't want to have nothing to do with it. So it's pretty much there now, and it's basically non-renewal, so it pretty much needs to be taken out. The problem we got now is it's got taxes owed onto it, because they quit paying because they thought everything transferred over. And of course, we can't haul it out to demolish it without taxes being cleared to get the permit to haul it, so. And then Doug was, one of the ideas he had is taking it out for the fire department to use for a practice burn, which makes sense, so.
Absolutely.
So basically where we're at, my contention is I've got $2,800 worth of lot rent due on it, and I've been moving down the line of seeing who's next in line in ownership. Guess where that lies at? The county, because they had the taxes on it. Theoretically, you guys got more money in it than it's worth, so.
All right, we actually, with a trailer where there's taxes owed, can you talk a little bit about the process to transferring ownership? And I don't know that that's really necessary to get into, unless you necessarily want to know that or if you want to share anything. It's not ours,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean we can't
To
look at
transfer
the
ownership on a mobile home, the taxes have to be paid. And, what year is this one? 72, so anything that's 1976 or older is just transferred with a notarized bill of sale. Anything 77 and newer, they have to have a title.
Okay, so
That's basically,
this could be moved as long as the taxes are squared, right?
right.
Okay. So if we were to forgive the taxes, your plan is to move it out and either work with the fire board or take it to the transfer station?
Something of the sort.
All right,
And I talked with Ed Schindel. He said that we could use it for training, but it wouldn't be until spring. Like Ron said, he wouldn't be able, probably wouldn't be ready to move it till spring anyway. So the taxes on it, as of today, would be $1,321.02. So, and it's, in my humble opinion, we would be doing the county a great service to move it. There's a copy of it.
honestly, and Mike, if you're able to make it to the Board of Health meeting this afternoon, this was a subject of the Board of Health last month, and that was people who are living in homes that are not habitable, end up in the hospital. A doctor calls and says, will you inspect this house so we can send this person to live there? They go and inspect it, it's not livable, there's no heat, that kind of thing, and they won't release them to those homes. So this was actually a subject that we spent about an hour and a half on last month. So if you're able to come, we could actually have the nurses fill in some of those, that flavor for you. But also, when you look at that, you have an opportunity to have habitable homes.
And I can tell you that the past experience with the same situations, like Doug was saying, a few years back, probably been about 8 years ago now, maybe, but the state come in and said, okay, anything from 76 back to the 60s to 50s, titles are abolished, no more titles, okay? That set up the precedent now that if you got a person sitting out there and got that trailer sitting on the lot anywhere, it'd be anywhere in the county, and they just move on with it, there's nothing, unless they go to move it down the road to get a permit, there's nothing to say where, because before a person got it and they changed the title, and then the person say, okay, the tax is owed before we do the title, you gotta pay the taxes. That's no more. Now they're just sitting, there's like a landmine everywhere of these old trailers that's just collecting tax money that probably will never ever get paid.
But they make such a great condo for skunks
Yeah.
and, yeah, rats and
Well,
pet rats.
I was personally in this trailer about 4 years ago on a fire call, and at that time, I would have declared it unlivable.
Yeah. I do think you're right. I think, Ron, you're doing the county a service, you're doing the Board of Health a service, you're doing the citizens a service. And $1,300 is not much for the county in relation to that. Franklin, you have any?
Absolutely, the way I feel, you apparently inherited this
Yeah.
thing like that, so, yeah, I'm completely in favor of.
You know, it's basically just like she said, it was a person, the spouse died, she pretty much become indigent, you know, and had moved. Somebody else that took her in a livable spot, and there it sits. And like I said, no title, nothing to it no more, so
Yeah.
whoever's it's sitting on becomes the
The proud owner.
So,
That's a kind word. So, Franklin, I would entertain a motion then. I do think we should have maybe a parameter of as long as you move it by June 30th? Is that good for you?
let's say by the end of summer.
By the end of the summer? Okay, so
'Cause it's
September
gonna be
30th?
spring before I can start disconnecting all the plumbing and take
Right.
the skirting off and all that, because and with me, I'm out of town so much, it's like, have times, I don't wanna be crunched into a 1 month window there, so,
Absolutely. How about Halloween?
that'll work.
All right,
Be way before then.
okay. So, the idea is that we'll forgive the taxes in total, and you will move the trailer by October 31st. And if you would make a motion to that effect,
Well,
Franklin?
I will make a motion to that effect.
All right, I'll second it. It's been moved and seconded to forgive the taxes for Mr. Losser of $1,321.02 for the mobile home in question. And in exchange, he will have that moved and work with the fire district or the solid waste land transfer station by October 31st. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carried.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
How big a trailer is it?
It's a 14 by 70.
Oh, this was pretty good size. isn't it?
Yeah, it's a full-size trailer, so. It's been there for probably 30 years, so.
Probably ever
Yeah.
since Louis put that trailer court in.
Yeah,
Louis
I
Levin.
think it's one of the originals in that, so.
Yeah, good luck moving.
Yeah,
I'll do my
thank
part.
you,
I'll get skirts
Ron.
on, then it's somebody else that get it out of there, so.
Thanks,
Right,
Doug.
thanks, guys.
You bet. All right, anything else for the good of the order? Last chance. We are adjourned at 10:55. Give you that for the minutes. I will take that if you like. And, oh, perfect. Ann just takes copies. I'll do that for her and then just put it on her desk. Perfect. You betcha. Thanks, Diane. And if you want to just charge this hour to the county commissioners,